All right, good evening. It is April 28th. Lots of big things happen in the market, and you do not want to miss it. Let's get right into it, guys. So here we are. This is the BTC Dominance chart. This is the chart I've been looking at for weeks now. I'm really waiting for this to break down, and oh my gosh, it looks like it might actually be happening. So this is our weekly breaker block. So this is the block that shows some resistance on the way back up to give Bitcoin more cash in that and market cap compared to alts. So as you guys can see, this right here was the big drop that allowed altcoins last year or last cycle in 2017 and 2018 to absolutely just dominate and have so much gains compared to Bitcoin. So even though Bitcoin was the one that everyone talked about, as we know, altcoins are what actually made all the money in the previous market. So just drop. This is the final breaker I think we really have before we get all the way down here to 41% of the total market cap going towards altcoins to Bitcoin. So the further down it drops, the more money is being transferred into altcoins. So as you guys can see, we're now below it. We have not closed below it. Very important, right? This is a weekly breaker, so we need to get a weekly close underneath it. But it looks pretty dang good, guys, not gonna lie. So I've been watching this for weeks, and it's just tapping, and looks like we're finally starting to break down with some sort of conviction. As you guys see, the last 20-30 minutes, we did have a really big candle from Bitcoin. I'll talk about that in a bit. And it got rejected really harshly, and we're starting to crash back down. So let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin real quick, because we did have that massive movement just now. This is a chart we've been looking at for a while. This is a big old daily breaker, okay? Daily breaker that we've been looking at. I've had this charted up there. If you check out yesterday's video, we talked about this. I expected some sort of a major reaction on this level. I do want all three of these hit, but as of right now, we did get a major reaction. If you go to a lower time frame, you guys can see how massive of a reaction this was. So this is a 5-minute chart. It pumped up from 54,900 all the way up to 56,525 in the span of 15 minutes. Really nice jump. So let's actually chart that real quick. Price range from here to here. We had a 2% increase followed by a 3% decrease on the span of the last, all right, let's do it this way. Yeah, 50 minutes. So less than an hour. We've went 3% up, 5% down. Okay, or 2% up, 3% down. Pretty massive movement. So that's why the Bitcoin dominance chart, we have had so much of this as well. Now, we've been looking at this chart on Bitcoin for a while, and this is nothing that we didn't really expect. A lot of people are going to say that this is because of Facebook, but I'm going to argue we've been talking about this level for a long time. So this is not a surprise that this has happened. So don't get caught up in the news. Look at the charts alone, and they will guide you. I promise you. Just focus on the charts and nothing else. So just to give you guys an update on what is going on here, we have this level that we went down from, went back above it. This was a daily block, remember correctly, a daily or a weekly block. This is the channel that we've had up from this level way up here, 64,000, down here about 59,000. We broke down from the channel. However, this channel is still legit, and it went all the way over here, and you see how much reaction we've had off of it. Rejected once, rejected twice, rejected 3 times, 4 times, then broke down. We went up into it. We did get an initial reaction off of it. We've sort of been consolidating in the middle of the channel. We broke out, and now we are currently out of the channel. So this is now should be a solid support if we come back and retest it. Now, this right here is a daily breaker. I think I may have already mentioned this, but once again, daily breaker. We went up here. We have tapped the liquidity on these candles. So each time we have a high, these are people who have stop losses set right above this level. So we went up here, we just tapped this liquidity, and we crashed back down. So because of this daily breaker, because of this SFP, I think that we do have potentially we do have this move completed. I talked about in my previous video how I think this is a pretty strong case for an Elliott wave impulse down. So essentially we're looking at 1, consolidation, 2, down again, 3, 4, and then 5. I broke it down pretty well in my previous video, so check that out. And now, so if you have 1 impulse, you would expect some sort of a reaction. So the 5th wave's completed. We had the bullish divergence, but popped it back to the upside. So this is probably our alpha wave, our A wave, right? And I think it's probably completed here. So now we're looking for a B wave. Where will that B wave go? Well, the most obvious place is right in this breaker, right where we have this consolidation. So I would expect something like this: A up, back down for a B. Then we're going to give a shot to see if we can break this level. This will be our C wave up. Now, if we do break above this level, this wasn't a C, this would be our 3rd wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. That's my expectations for this market. So my next movement should be down. Okay, so I'm expecting Bitcoin to continue down. Does it have to? No, right? We very well may tap this liquidity before we tell it to go down, but this is a very, very important block. And until we get above this level, I cannot be bullish on Bitcoin. I just can't. There's no way. Furthermore, we do have a decrease in volume over here on this rise up, which is indicative for an A wave, some sort of a corrective wave. That's why I'm not entirely sure this drop is over. So if we do get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, the next movement will be another 5 wave movement, which if we draw this out again and we take this amount over, and let's say we start that from here, it's going to bring us right into our level, $36,000, the 38 or 32 to $38,000 level. Okay, this is all very realistic possibility, and that was how we're going to get there. So that's essentially the path I expect to take. So impulse down, correction up, 1 more impulse down, and then we can start correcting or actually continuing moving upward. Okay, I know I'm bringing over a lot here, so just to make sure we're on the same page, I do expect a correction. Then I expect a retest of this level. See if we can bust above. If we do get above it, we close above 61,222. This is the level I've marked off. If we close above this level, then we should be bullish to continue up on Bitcoin. But until then, you have to remain bearish. All right, we have not seen enough strength in this market to assume the downside is there. Now let's go to other coins. Right, Ethereum held up pretty dang well during that drop, as you guys see. Dropped a little bit, but not nearly as much as Bitcoin. Ethereum, as you guys, let me find it real quick. Oh, here it is. If you look at Ethereum, it has a substantially more market cap than any other coin on here, okay? Besides Bitcoin, of course. So wherever Bitcoin or whatever Ethereum's doing, that's going to really be dictating which direction the alt market is going to be doing. Let's see. So Ethereum does look pretty healthy. I really don't see anything too concerning there. On the BTC pairing, let's check that as well. I think I missed it. My bad on that. All right, there we are. So like, look at this. Ethereum is spiking up with volume. It looks really healthy. Honestly, it does. It came up here, consolidated right at this all-time high, and then broke out. So Ethereum BTC looks great. I talked about this in detail yesterday, why I have these levels marked off, so go check that out if you really want to dive in there, but Ethereum looks fine. Let's see how our technicals are looking. It's still just playing around down here. I really want to see it break down. I want to see some sort of really strong reaction once we do, because it's just consolidating inside this level. I really like this though. Total 2. What this chart is, this is every coin in the market, all their market cap combined, except for Bitcoin, okay? Everything but Bitcoin. So if we are an alt trader like what I am, I love this chart. This chart in the Bitcoin dominance chart is like my bread and butter. So let's see. Do we have anything here? No, I don't like it. Never mind. I was going to see something real quick, but it didn't really work out. So this is a 4-hour level. Yep, 4-hour level. This block right here is the final 4-hour block before continuation upward. And if you can see, We got our close above the 4 hour. That means we have 3 hours and 9 minutes to get back above here. So let's see what happens, guys. If we close this above here, I think we're about to really just explode upward. Yeah, I go in the total 2 chart really in detail in my previous video, so check that out if you really want to dive into it. Let's see what else. XRP is, did it get a close above it? No, it did not. It did not get a close above the major breaker, but it did get a close above the minor one. So I'm still hesitant. Actually, wait, this is a daily block, isn't it? Yeah, it's a daily. Okay, cool. So we have 3 hours and 8 minutes to get above this level. I want to see in 3 hours and 8 minutes us above $1.38. If we get above that, I'll be super bullish on XRP. Let's see what else, guys. It's really the most what I want to cover, give you guys an idea of what we're expecting. So monitor the BTC Dominance chart. That's massive. Monitor the total 2 chart. That's also massive. And Ethereum. See where it's going. Everything else will fall in place as long as those ones look healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. I'm going to keep these videos nice and short for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Outside of that, have a good one.